Welcome to our second meeting of the month. And as you know, we have a 3-minute public comment after the meeting. I will do the prayer and ask Mr. Oliver to do the pledge. Every meeting I take a moment of silence for some of the bad stuff going on. We got tornadoes, we got floods, we got fires, we got hurricanes, even had an earthquake this past weekend. So some terrible things going on. So let's take a moment of silence for this country and for everyone that lives in it. All right, thank you. Well, gracious Father, we come in your presence with thanksgiving, thanking you for all the blessings you have bestowed on each and every one of us. Realizing without you, we couldn't have accomplished anything. Father, I'll be remiss not to thank you for your son Jesus who made all these things possible. Father, I pray for this jury. Give us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to do this fair this path to the best of our ability. I pray for everyone here to sound with voice. Bless them as well, Father. Realize you know all about them. Father, we realize some terrible things go on in this country, but we know you're the one in control, Father. And if everything is said and done, you will have the final answer. I pray for our first responders. I pray for our president, our governor, elected officials, and religious leaders, Father. Look and have mercy. I pray for the youth. I pray for the elderly, Father. Let's look and have mercy. I pray for continuity, Father, that we come together on one accord to do the business affairs to the best of our ability. And Father, realize everything is said and done here. We'll be mindful and give you all the honor, all the praise, and all the glory. And in Jesus' name that I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Face flag. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Oliver. Ms. Harry, please call the roll.
Mr. Dexter Armstead.
Here.
Mrs. Kristen Chastain. Here. Mr. Michael Cheatham.
Here.
Mr. Kyle Flanagan.
Here.
Mr. Jason McCray. Mr. Keith Mills is absent. He had surgery a couple days ago. Mr. Richard Olivo.
Here.
Dr. Chrissy O'Quinn. Here. President Lewis Kent.
President, we have a quorum. We need a motion to approve the agenda with 2 additions, please. The additions are Coastal Conservancy Association, and number 2 is to approve adding tree service to grind and recycle debris at the debris site at $14,000.
Second.
Moved by Mr. McCray, second by Coach Cheatham. Any discussion? Question from the audience? Yes, sir.
Ken, I know there's no extension of the moratorium, and it runs out on the 31st of March. Y'all passed that before, and you don't do something tonight, it's gonna wind up running out.
We didn't get a,
And then we have, the other thing is, what's the status of the ordinance?
we didn't get a notification from the planning and zoning on none of this, right?
What?
We had the moratorium, but yeah, with add the moratorium to the agenda.
What about the ordinance?
We're still in advisement. I'll bring it up. Okay, add moratorium, that'd be 3 additions to the agenda. And more discussion. Questions from the audience?
We
No?
had 30 days, 60 days.
Yeah, 30 days. Any more discussion? And all in favor? And opposed? Motion carried. First on the agenda, adopting minutes from the March 3rd, 2025 regular meeting. Everyone read them?
So moved.
Motion by Dr. O'Quinn, second by Mr. McCray. Any discussion? Question from the audience? And all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Next, rescind March 3rd, 2025 motion to enter into a CEA with East Baton Rouge Parish City for repairs to Lemon B Road. they decided not to do the project, need a motion to rescind that motion. Motion by Ms. Chastain, second by Mr. Umstead. Any discussion? Question from the audience? None in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carried.
What is our plan
There's no plan right now.
to work on that?
We're gonna work on the road.
This is not
The
the plan.
thing was, is that
Go ahead.
that portion of the road, they grade it maybe once a year. So what was supposed to have been written up is that we will grade that portion of the road, but they will pay us, we won't do it for free. And so when we talked to them after the meeting, they said, oh, no, we don't have the funds to do it. Well, we're not doing it for free, we can continue doing it once a year then.
Because they're running low on funds also, with the, with
But
St.
don't
George.
we have a part of Lemon Road over there, it's always washed out?
That's in our part of the parish, not the East Feliciana part.
We got that worked out?
We're working on it. Okay. Let's move on. Housing Authority update. We don't have one, Mr. George, it's quite a year. We don't have an update, okay? We don't have an update for,
Just a little bit.
okay. State your name, please.
George, I'm from Feliciana, Bethel. In December, we had a discussion about the housing choice voucher program, and I think Mr. Oliver had brought it up. We're having 6 months to try to wrap it up. To my understanding, parish manager was working with, communicating, or having a meeting with someone in Baton Rouge. As of today, I haven't heard anything about the outcome of those meetings or what was going on.
Yes, sir. In our reality, he didn't resign, so we don't have any information on that right now. So we'll try to work in the future with someone else to try to resolve that issue. Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, discuss, take action on 2025 sales tax agreement with East Feliciana Parish School Board. Dr. Jonathan Laval, I'm sorry. Laval. State your name, please.
Good evening, Jonathan Lovall, East
Lovall.
Feliciana Parish School Board. Good evening, President Kim, Vice President Oakland, members of the jury, and citizens gathered. You should have before you the 2025 sales tax agreement between the police, jury, and the school board. As you may know, there's a single sales tax collector for each parish within the state of Louisiana. Historically, in East Feliciana Parish, that has been the school board. So the school board collects all the sales tax that is locally due within the parish, and then we provide 60% of that to the police jury at a fee that's included within the contract agreement that is before you. Happy to take any questions. This is a continuation of the agreement that we have had in past years.
There's no changes to the agreement we agreed to 2 years back. So what's the pleasure of the jury? To approve the agreement as is? In continuation, no change.
Continuation. I move that we accept. I second.
Okay. Any more discussion? Questions from the audience? All in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Mr. Ball. Okay, discuss, take action necessary on natural drain flow of water onto property at 6105 Upper CC Road. Tracy Singleton,
Good evening,
state your name, please.
Tracy Singleton. So I'm not from here, I'm basically
You have to press your microphone on.
Yeah.
There we go. Tracy Singleton. I'm not from here. I'm new to the Clinton area. I bought some property here in 2020, and I travel, so I'm not really at home much. And I just got a new trailer put there, but I noticed when I came back, when it rains a lot, it floods. And so there was a cover put there at some time, and it was by the city. So, let's see. So I just, if I can show you. So this is the culvert that was put down by the city, and it's like, it's see if there's some way they can maybe put, because my driveway is not there. My driveway, when I first got the 411 address, they asked me where I wanted to put the driveway, and it's right where the number is. So it's far off from where the culvert is. And I was trying to see some kind of way if the city can maybe move the drainage somewhere else to where it's not flooding the property. There are some drainages on the opposite side of the street as well. There's an old culvert I see used to be on the corner of the street of Upper CC in Gilead. So I'm just trying to see if there's something that can be done about it.
Did you say that culvert was or was not there when you bought the property?
It wasn't, there was, I guess it was an older or bent one, but there was nothing there at first.
Nothing at all there?
No.
Just a minute. Get them on the cricket.
Mr. Hill, that
You right here.
I was out of state one day, and apparently they came out and put the culvert. I wasn't home. And now when it rains, it's like a lake out there.
I know exactly where you live. Mr. Hill, would you like to address the problem, please, sir?
And I'll say is, the juror, there was an old culvert there, and Mr. Hill can attest to this. It evidently got filled in and crushed over time, and the drainage, the valley, was further down from where the culvert, the original culvert was. And so we had gotten Mr. Hill to go back and put a culvert in place of that one that had been crushed from years past.
Okay.
Mr. Hill?
Excuse me.
Yep.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
That's good. I'm all right. Derek Hill, Director of Public Works. Like Mr. Kyle said, he had marked it. We went out and we did a work order, and we took out the old culvert and replaced it with a new one. It was a drainage from the road to the pond before we even exchanged the culvert. Miss Tracy, she moved there. She was talking about moving her driveway further up, but like me, Keith, and Mr. Jeff went out there and spoke with her. All we could say that she could either try to dig her a ditch, run her some pipe underground, cover it up to level out that valley, because it's a valley. It's coming from, water is coming from all sides into her property. So even if we move the culvert, and that would be y'all decision, but even if we move the culvert, she's still gonna get water anyway.
No, sir. When I first bought the property and I got the 411 address, they came out, they asked me where did I want the driveway, and that's where the number sign would be for my address. And it's been there for years. It never was, where the culvert is, never was intended for a driveway at all.
So, yeah, that's what I'm getting at. So the driveway go to your
It's right where the number sign is when you pull it up on Upper CC. It's right where the green and white address number sign. It's right there. I would still have to put a culvert there, but now that the property is getting flooded by the culvert that's in the middle of the road that's draining there, I have to put an extra culvert or something.
We would move the culvert, it would still hold water.
Yeah, so maybe, because I know at the front of the property, there was a culvert there. You can see where there's like a cement culvert at some point. And also across the street on the side, there was some type of drainage culvert there as well that hasn't been, hasn't had any attention to it.
Well, I was talking to Mr. Hill, but I don't see anything that we can do. The next move is gonna be on you. You probably gonna have to do some ditching or something for yourself. Because if there's anything on the police jury, if we had to, we'll move the pipe or whatever, but that's not gonna solve your problem.
Well, the pipe is actually running to my property and it's flooding it, so I'm trying to see if y'all can maybe do something about that part of it. Even though, you know, I mean, it's just this big, huge pipe that's flooding to the property, so, I mean, that's just too much water.
Is it a natural drain, Mr. Hill? Is this a natural drain or?
Yes, sir.
And that's what
It
happened
shouldn't be a
when,
natural drain though, because there's old culverts that hasn't been tended to. That's what I'm
Right.
trying to figure out,
The
like,
one
why
that
is
are-
it?
The one that going across Gilly Road.
Mhm.
Even if we dug those, that water's still gonna go through your property
Okay.
to those culverts on across the lower.
Cause the valley there, right, the water going
Yes, sir.
through.
The lower CC, yes.
and
Yep.
that's why I requested that Mr. Hill and the DPW go back and put a fresh culvert out there, because what was happening with the old crushed one, the water was ultimately doing what it wanted to do and crossing the road, deteriorating the road, washing it away. And that's why I'd ask him to go up there and do it, because it was such a rough spot in the road from erosion.
So I'm saying maybe if they can move that culvert somewhere else to where it's not directly flooding the property like that.
Do you think that would help?
Even if we moved it, she's still gonna take on water.
It won't, it might not be that much water though. It's like, it
if
gushes out like a
You all
river.
decide to move it, I'll dig it up tomorrow.
It's like a river
But
out
it'll be
there.
You all's decision.
If that would help alleviate your problem,
If it
we're
would- if it
moving.
would help us,
That'll be fine. I mean, it's just too much water. It's like a river when it rains. It's coming from there. And I think there's a pond, I was told, there was a pond back there somewhere, and that's where a lot of the water could be coming from. I don't know. But that's what I was told.
And I'll say, from having been out there, I mean, if that's what the jury wants to do, I'll say it's gonna be a tough sell, because coming off of Gilead, it drops to this point. Coming the other way, it drops, and then across on the opposing side of her property in the gravel road is a higher elevation. So that water's shedding down to the road ditch, down to the road, trying to cross ultimately. So I think it's gonna be tough. I don't know that it will solve it, and that's just
So
from
what
me
about
being
the
out
other
there.
side where it goes over across, up, I think that's Gilead?
Gilead.
What's going on with that side of the road? Like, what's,
So it's just higher, it's just a higher elevation, and so it's collecting all that watershed as it rains. I mean, I see in the pictures they provided, we probably could do some more ditching on the Gilead as well as this. To, yes, to clean,
Gilead Road side,
to clean them out, but
still not gonna stop that flow of water through her property. And from her culvert to Gilead, where she wanted to ditch, the water's not gonna run uphill.
right, and that's what I was saying, is it's a higher elevation at Gilead.
so that's what I'm saying, that big pipe is just.
The water go
it's
to
just
the
too
lower,
much.
water
It's
go
like
to the
the way
lowest
I put
point.
it, It's just too much, it's too much, yeah. That's too much water. It's, the pipe is huge.
What they're telling you, though, is that that's a natural spot where the water has drained for years and years and years, and the water's,
There's a culvert there now, you've got water coming down and everything.
and the water's gonna continue,
bad spot.
continue to do that.
Before you get there, how was the water flowing before you decided to move it? Was it still like that?
It was not like that. We driven on a 4x4 all the way through there. It was dry. It didn't get like that till the culvert got there. It had some water from the bent culvert, but now that the culvert is there, it is flowing like a river. It is like a lake out there when it rains. Yep.
And is that because it's not holding the road anymore?
Yes, and not jumping the road. It is going to the single point in which it can cross the road is the culvert, yes.
So I'm wondering why that,
Try moving the culvert.
if anything good, better or help, that's a lot of water. If you come out there one day, it's raining, it's flooding out there.
I would say,
If you can, you go out to see if there's a spot where you can move it, and that might give her a little relief.
and at minimum, do some ditching on Gilead to try to collect that water that's coming from that direction.
That's not a problem. Okay, I will move the culvert. And I will move the culvert if you all tell me to move the culvert. And when it rains, I will take a video to let you know that, hey, it's there. But at the same time, that spot in that road is gonna wash away.
I say we don't move it, I hate that your property's flooding, but then you're gonna have a washout in front of your house where you can't get to your driveway every time it rains. It's a catch-22.
Thank you.
You wanted to do the ditching?
I would like for you, yes, Mr. Derrick, to please do as much ditching as possible on the Gilead side to catch that water. and let it bypass, so she doesn't have that much water coming toward her property.
Yes, ma'am, we would do that. Yes, ma'am. I'm gonna come out there and look at, in the future, see how it look after we do that. Yes, ma'am. Okay, we wanna help, yes, ma'am. Thank you for coming.
Yes, sir, you're welcome.
Okay, next on the agenda, discuss requirements to operate a public cemetery on Brown Road. Ms. Teresa Parker. Okay. So Turner Road, we're gonna delete that. It's in the action taken on that?
The gentleman called me this morning, and it's another situation where people are moving in, water's everywhere, and they're not realizing where the water was, I think, before they actually got there. And so, but Mr. Frosty went out there and was able to clean out some culverts, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And that made enough difference, but we're gonna see this problem again.
But right now, no action need to be taken on it. That's why I skipped it, say no action need to be taken. So the motion go ahead and table it? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
And opposed? Motion carried. Cause I talked to Mr. Quinn, he said it resolved the problem. Okay, discuss requirements to operate a public cemetery on Brown Road. Mr. Teresa Parker, state your name, please.
Teresa Parker. They have here, discussion requirements to operate, the requirements to operate a public cemetery is being outlined by the, Louisiana, Board of Cemeteries. So it's A through L is what they asking for, but my interest is on, C. They have A, B, C. So C is the one that really pertains to this district or this area, here. The property is located off Brown Road.
That's in your district.
I'm talking about two, I don't know, did they give y'all the information on it?
No,
But
I
it's
was gonna say that.
Okay.
I don't believe we have that.
You don't have it?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I spoke to someone. You spoke with you?
Yeah, and
Okay.
I never, they told me to speak with Ms. Kay about the addresses, so she didn't have it.
Okay, I don't think you have an address on it, but I do have a copy of the property track itself. I don't know, I didn't have a chance. I left some things at home. But anyway, the one that's really like the yellow, shaded in yellow that they have here, that's off of Brown Road. What I did find out less than a year ago that a couple of people having fun off of Brown Road, coming through that tract of land, stripping cars, stripping motorcycle for parts, doing what they do, whatever. And so they finding it, if you're not up there every day, I'm not up there every day, to find out what's really going on. So I'm finding out through the neighbors that live close by to say, what are you gonna do? They not really, being hard-headed about it. They concerned because they don't know the people. They can only tell you at 12, 1 o'clock at night, somebody coming through here stripping cars or stripping whatever they doing, making up noise on four-wheelers, motorcycles, or whatever. So they using the land more than I am. So I'm asking for, I'm not sure if it's zoned, how is it zoned there, other than I did get some feedback on it by it being, that particular track being grandfathered in. I'm not sure if y'all still go by that. I'm not sure. But it's being grandfathered in. The technicality through that is y'all wordings or whatever, but I'm not sure about.
And that part, it has to be agriculture, right? And then the other,
What's the
commercial.
property for?
I inherited the property from George Shepherd. The Shepherd's off Brown Road. And so they have on there, under the requirements of the Louisiana Board of Cemeteries, that if it's a new application or a new tract of property, it is not zoned for that, then what I would need would be, if no zoning exists, the board must provide a statement from the city or parish planning commissioner agency over the zoning stating that.
We bring it for our planning and zoning commission, let them address it.
Say it again.
We bring it to our planning and zoning commission, let them address it, because no zoning, we don't know what the zoning is, I'm quite sure it's agriculture. It's a,
I think it's like 2.2, but it's at least 2 acres.
It's R1, which is, you can, as long as you designate at least half an acre, you can have a cemetery and fence it.
Mhm.
And it's
whose property, we're gonna need to know the property, and put an address out there also, right?
You don't know it's, I couldn't find an address. I don't even know if it was even addressed as an address. It was just a tract of land. So I think the nearest, I guess the closest thing I can get to is get the neighbor's address.
Because the district you're talking, I mean, area you're talking about, this is my district, you go right down Brown Road, I stay right around the corner from my house. I mean, I'll be honest with you, that's great you mentioned, but I don't even know what that's.
Well, since I inherited the property itself, I have passed it up a couple of times. And what stops me from bagging up, where I have to bag up, is the land that's open, is that gas or something, the right of way of properties, it's just an open field. Nobody can put in, I don't know if it's a gas line there. I think it's a gas line, but it's gas line on both sides of it's an open field.
Get your address.
Okay.
Get the address, I think she's talking about the right away for the pipeline.
Yeah, the pipeline is what I want to say, the pipeline. And then once I pass the pipe.
Go to 911 and get your address.
Okay.
Yeah,
So if it never been assigned an address before, it's because it's just land. So if the land been subbed off and been sold on away from the 7 acres that they had, so from that, that's the only tract of land that don't have an address. The rest of them do.
Mr. DA?
Is it a new cemetery or do they have lots there now?
No, it would be a new cemetery, and what I have to turn into the cemetery board, I will have that's part of it.
And it needs to be rezoned to I-1. You can't just have a cemetery on R2. You have to rezone it to I-1. That includes cemeteries. So you probably have to get a zoning change request just for that 2.5 acres.
Well, from what I read on that, it's not the rezone. I forgot the verbiage or the wording of it, but I did on that. And it's something about the that's why I mentioned about the grandfather clause. It's something about a grandfather clause in y'all parish here. It doesn't apply. Okay, so it doesn't, okay, so none of that.
It don't apply.
Okay.
So you have to get your address.
So she needs to go to the planning and zoning.
Yeah, go to planning and zoning. And 911.
Okay.
young lady at 911, her name is Carly.
Carly?
Yes, ma'am.
And we need to get your.
Planning and zoning and 911? Okay, 911 first, okay. Yeah, yes,
Put a flag on that so they know what to look for when they go out there to assign the number.
Oh, okay,
The numbers are specific to the location.
okay.
You told the planning and zoning secretary, what happened to your agenda, Mr. JR? Give me that name and stuff, you have to tell planning and zoning agenda.
Okay.
And we get the ball rolling.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Now, do I have to come back onto once I get all that done, or just, do I need to
Go to planning and zoning, and you'll take care of the rest, we bring it to us.
come from that? Okay, all right. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Okay, number 6, discuss take action on final payment for M-Track for road rehabilitation project. Yeah, that's the road over project we had done?
So there's some documents in your binders that I was able to pull. You all have made 3 of your payments. This will be the 4th payment that is supposed to be the final payment. Just wanted to see if you all are ready to make the final payment. I did send an email out to the jurors to see if you all are fine with everything that was done before this final payment is made. We just received, I just received the invoice last week. Not sure how long it's been here. But if you have anything that you need to look over, any questions, you can table this. I think some questions came up about it. I know it's completely up to you all.
I think you're doing a good job. You're doing a good job.
I asked Frosty to go look at a spot that I have on my road that has a crack in it. They've gone out there one time. Frosty helped me out here. They put a sealer on it. It's cracked underneath the sealer. And they've gone out and done some more sealer on it, and it's cracked then. So He's looked at it.
Go ahead, Mr. Hill.
Derek Hill. Public Works. I went out there today. It's a section of Grove Road that was cracked before. They came out and they sealed it. I don't know if they just didn't wait till it seeped all the way through the asphalt, but it has a few minute cracks along it now. And like I told Miss Chrissy, they're not major, but I mean, if you all gonna pay them, you know, just have them to just reseal those cracks and, you know. But other than that, the road is in good shape.
Yeah, drove it in, yes.
Yes, sir.
I know that's fine.
Well, with the thickness we did, you're gonna get cracks anyway,
Right.
especially with all the water we done got. We didn't do, I think, 2 inches, wasn't it?
Yeah. So what's the pleasure of the jury? Want to hold back and let Ms. Christie get satisfied, or I hate to hold their payment because they've been doing the job, so.
Like I say,
Let's approve
it's
the
up to you
payment
all.
and then come seal the cracks again.
I mean,
All they
you
gotta
can
do
pay
is
them,
seal the cracks and
have
you
them
pay 'em.
come seal the cracks. I mean, or you can have them seal the cracks and then pay them. I mean, it's up to you all.
It's her district, whatever she requires, whatever she wants. I just,
Yeah, I make the motion, we approve the payment pending they come seal the cracks.
okay. So,
Second.
that's fine with you?
That's fine with me.
I go with that.
Any more
I just
discussion?
want to make sure the cracks get sealed because,
Asphalt pavement is gonna crack. Some of it does not crack, but you're gonna get cracks no matter, you know.
I understand that. This cracked like within 10 days, 2 weeks, right away. They came out there to fix it. They did a part of it, and then it cracked another 6 foot down.
That's
So
something-
there's some problem that's
With-
causing it
That's
to
the
pull
road, it's the
apart.
road base, the base, it started at the base. I'm quite sure that's the problem. We have to dig the whole spot out and repair the base eventually. I'm quite sure we're gonna have to. We got a motion and a second.
Do you want Mr. Hill to contact them tomorrow to see if they can come out?
Yeah.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
So any more discussion? And all in favor? And opposed? Motion carried. That's the pay. Okay, accept lien certificate from M-Track. As you know, you have a 10% retainage on all works. You have a certificate with the clerk of court office. So we accept the lien certificate and pay them the 10%.
Second.
Any more discussion? Question from the audience? And all in favor? And opposed? Motion carried. Next on the agenda, East Feliciana Parish Jury versus Terry Rogers, damage on Ellen Lane. Possible executive session. Mr. Daly?
Just give you a really quick update right now.
Okay,
He didn't show up before January the 16th. They have a bench warrant issue for him, and we have a claim against the company already.
okay,
That's what we're working on.
okay. No action taken? Okay. Okay, approved 2025 liquor license from Mamie's.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Question from the audience? And all in favor? And opposed? Motion carried.
Welcome to Clinton.
Yes, ma'am, welcome. If
Hurry
you
up
want,
and open up.
we not gonna open up.
Hopefully the first week of April.
Well, welcome to, ooh, yeah, welcome to the parish, thank you.
Parish, sorry.
Yeah, parish, yeah. Okay. Next on the agenda. So, offer a one-day liquor permit for Coastal Conservative. We do it every year, but he was late getting, requesting. Motion by
Second.
Ms. Chastain, second by Dr. Quinn. Any discussion?
So if you all would approve it pending, all of the information that they sent me today is what they have to have. They've done it.
They done it before in the past.
Yeah.
It's a nonprofit, they've done it in the past. We granted one day liquor permit. Subject to all information coming to. Any more discussion? All in favor? And opposed? Motion carried. Next agenda, approve Allen Tree Service to grind and do recycle debris at the debris on Highway 961, on Highway 959.
I'll make that motion.
That's all.
Second.
At $14,000. Okay. Any discussion? One question from the audience. None in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Next on the agenda, to extend the moratorium for 30 more days. As you know, we had a deadline. We set a moratorium, we extended it 30 more days until we get our orders in place. Yes, ma'am.
So what are we waiting on to move forward with this?
You don't pass out the right orders.
Do we need to have a public hearing? That was supposed to be today and it was canceled.
Yeah, because we had got two different versions of what they was gonna present. We got one day, we got one after the meeting.
And what was voted on at the last meeting was to send it back to planning and zoning to make sure that we have the correct information. Just one, to, whatever's good, final, to send to you all. And then whenever there's a public hearing, any changes to be made then. That was what was voted on at the last meeting.
Last meeting.
Okay, on the motion at hand, if you're not gonna set the public hearing tonight for the thing, you're just gonna take more than 30 days. Because it takes 30 days to do the public hearing, and then a 30-day extension would put you to the second meeting in April if you set the public hearing tonight, and then you could have the ordinance in place by the time the moratorium ended. The issue with the two different versions is your former parish manager ordered Nikki to pass out what the engineer originally sent, not what planning and zoning passed. That was the issue. It didn't have anything to do with what planning and zoning passed. It's what she was ordered to pass out to the public. It was a different version than what we passed. But that has nothing to do with planning and zoning fixing it. The fix is he's gone.
Okay, so can we get that settled and then we can do a 90-day moratorium?
And that's not what happened. What Nikki had for the public is what you all received in the meeting on that Monday. It was given to you all, it was sent by email, and after that, some changes came into the office. What Nikki gave out is the first email she received from Mr. Rushan. That's what you all got before the meeting on Monday. After Monday,
You haven't
other
been that
email
Tuesday.
came in. What was changed, I don't know. If nothing, there was no need for 2, 3 different emails, because by that time, it started to confuse us, and it may have been about 20-something pages. So we just want one, whatever's coming from planning and zoning, to pass on for you all to see. So we'll give you, and what comes from planning and zoning, you'll have that, and anyone from the public who asks to see this, we'll be giving them the right thing. We won't give them something different.
Because there's so many different copies.
Yes, so many different copies.
We need
So we just
one
need
for
one
planning and
copy.
zoning.
And I
Well,
think you
Mr.
all
Carter,
said
please
that
go
at
ahead
the
on
last.
and do it.
But you voted on that at the last.
Yes, me.
meeting.
So what are we waiting on?
We're waiting on planning and
Can
zoning
planning and zoning get us set for the next meeting?
to give us what came from planning and zoning.
Miss Nikki has the hard
Can we
copy
just sit
from
there
planning
again,
and zoning.
just with some tomorrow's date on it, just so we have something that we know is up to date, regardless of what was done before. This is as of, what's tomorrow? 18th.
I can send it with today's date on it if you want it.
That's perfect.
And then you
Can we add the moratorium for 90 days to make sure we have?
Okay,
time?
instead of 30 day, 90 day extension on the motion.
I'll make a motion.
I second it.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. So we sent all the jurors a copy of that, all the jurors get a copy of it. Okay.
That would even be better. When you send it to Nikki, if you don't mind including the 9 jurors.
9
then-
jurors.
I don't have all their emails on my personal email. I have to
Just send it to the police jury, they'll get it out to us.
That'll go to Nikki again.
Okay. So the moratorium is for 90 days, Mr. Boucher. Okay, let's move on. Committee and staff reports. I have 2 things. As you know, Thursday was Mr. Amaran last day. He have annual leave, 106 hours. Need a motion to go ahead and pay him his annual leave and he'll be permanent.
Second.
No more discussion. Question from the audience? Yes, sir.
Since Mr. Amrine turned in his resignation, he's been here about 1 day a week, and not even a full day most of the time. And so he had to be using some kind of
He
time.
uses time, he have 106 hours of annual leave. That's all he have. We don't pay for sick time, we don't pay annual leave.
Yeah, but what's he been using for the time that he hadn't been here for 2 months now? I mean, he's been, if,
JR, are you following him around knowing what he's doing?
no, but I'm in here every day and he's not here.
Look, I've met with him on 2 different occasions in the subdivision at different times. The man's out there.
And I have signed some of his time,
He's got witnesses
his
to
leave
say
slips, I have signed them, okay? I was his immediate supervisor. So let's go ahead, got a motion to pay him 106 hour leave time, and he is officially unemployed by the jury, he resigned. Another thing on the agenda,
All right, I'd like to say one thing, Mr.
Please
President,
do.
if I can. The man came, he served, he's gone.
He's gone.
I would like the jury to send him, since nothing else has happened, send him a letter to thank him for his service
We will.
to this parish. More got done in the last 8, 9 months that's been done in a long time. We ain't running no personalities in here, we just talking facts. Check the facts. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, another, I'm not gonna appoint an interim parish manager. The secretary treasurer will take on the duties of the parish manager to run the daily operations of the parish. And I checked with the DA, I talked to Police Jury Association, it's legal to do that. You don't have to appoint an interim parish manager. She could run the daily operation and do the duties of the parish manager until we appoint one, until you interview.
Until one's appointed.
Yes.
Are
Mr.
you
J,
gonna set a
is it
time
right,
on
Mr.
that,
Dale,
or
on what I'm
either
doing?
We don't have a parish.
We don't have one. And, yeah, please.
She wants that, is that? I'm fine with it. I mean, I did it before,
We did
right
before.
here, and I will say that the supervisors for DPW and, Mr. Jeff Williams, the building department, supervisors, they are a big help. They do good with running their department. And whatever I can do, whatever you all need me to do to make this flow smoothly.
A smooth transition.
And
Now,
that's
wait.
more transition. What is the, whatever you want, my name?
That's what I want to do.
So, what I will say at this point, I feel like we need to get some things in order first with the financial advisors. There's gonna change some things around in the office with segregation of duties and how things are done, which this happens every time you get a parish manager, whether it's 2 months or 2 years. I would like to see some things put in place by the jury, so whenever this happens, we don't have to, start over.
Exactly.
And, you know, you have a lot of your people in your office that are not appointed. They have jobs. They plan on being here unless you all decide to get rid of them for some reason. But I would like to see things in place so we don't have to do this every time. Because you may have a parish manager to stay, we've had a parish manager to
Stay
stay for
one day.
In the 8 years that I've been here, I have not worked with a parish manager for 4 years. And not saying that parish managers don't have good ideas, because they do. They bring good things
To
to the parish, but when it kind of starts us over. So I would like to see you all
Put things in place. I totally agree.
and pretty much, the supervisors, they can run their department. They run their department anyway. If you need something done, I mean, the parish manager may call them, or you all may sometimes go straight to the supervisor. So, I think it'll work out.
In due time.
I just ask that.
Basically, we're gonna have to do something, because if we're gonna keep getting them, you keep running them off, ain't no sense in getting them.
Thank you.
Because if you're gonna, I mean, if you're not gonna let a person do their job, there's no sense in hiring. But on the other hand, whoever steps in and does these extra duties is gonna have to be compensated.
I totally agree.
We need to get that worked out also.
We're with the finance committee. We got a workshop, financial workshop tomorrow.
And I would ask, I mean, it wouldn't just be additional duties for me.
it would be additional duties for your supervisor and the people in the office, but this would also save your general fund.
Exactly.
This will save your general fund. I mean, for now, it's just something that the executive committee, the finance
Committee
committee,
get
and maybe the
together.
jury as a whole need to think about it with your financial advisor, what your pros and cons, and I'm just looking at it as a finance side, so.
And we have a workshop tomorrow afternoon. All jurors are asked to come, please.
Just take your time, I ask you, take your time and make the right
Right decision.
decision.
We're not in a rush to get a Paris man, because we did without one for over 100 some years. So we could wait a few months before we appoint another.
I think we do need to do some homework.
Take our time.
We need to do some homework on our finances, how we pay it, who we pay it, how much we pay it, and within 50-mile radius of here. And, because we are a small parish with a limited amount of funds.
Exactly. So that's my recommendation from the jury. I'm trying to be transparent. And she run the daily operation of the parish until we appoint or hire a parish manager.
Well, if we, now, I'm just getting it out here, if we're not hiring a parish manager at this time,
No.
which I'm good with now, because we had one and evidently, you know, everybody up here and everybody knows we got a problem. So until we fix the problem, we don't need it.
Exactly. I would say
The people
several,
that's applied needs to be notified that we're not doing anything, and I don't even know who's applied. We're not doing anything right away, so if you need a job, go get a job.
Well, are you saying you're not doing anything, or are you saying we're just gonna wait
we
for
said
just a little bit?
we're gonna wait until we get our finances in order. Got the workshop tomorrow. We're gonna meet with the finance committee and address these issues. But right now, Ms. Harris will run the daily operation of the parish and Secretary of Treasury. Because back in the past, the Secretary of Treasury ran the whole parish before we even got a parish manager.
I mean, for right now, I'm good with it.
Okay.
It's just that this is only, you know, the way a parish manager or whatever you come about is up here, watch it. You know, so we got to make sure that everything is being done.
Okay.
And another thing I want to say, the parish manager's left, and you hear all kind of rumors, you know, it's like the employees that are here are employees here. And so it can't be somebody, well, we're gonna run this one off, we're gonna run that
Ain't
one.
gonna happen.
That ain't happening.
Ain't gonna happen.
That ain't happening. I've never, since I've been here, went against whoever we hired, but they're here, stay here, and we ain't getting the axe out.
So we'll need a motion. She will run the daily operations of the parish and Secretary of Treasury.
Do you have an approximate timeline?
No, and until we get our finances in order. We're gonna meet with workshop tomorrow.
I just want to bring up, shouldn't we handle the leave before we jump on any of these
Yeah,
other
right.
things that you brought up?
But do you know how many hours he have? I thought we had records of it, but you said he hadn't been here when you came, so. You have a problem with us paying him his annual leave? You know how many hours he got?
I know he got 4 weeks at the first of the year, but the man's been off.
I have leave
Say
slip with his
whatever
time.
you pay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, got a motion second to pay him his annual leave, 160 hours.
Look, we paid out right here, I'm sitting here, to somebody that popped up and said, hey, we got this amount of hours, and everybody jumped up and paid him, so,
We have records of his hours, okay?
yeah. I mean, I'm good, we need to pay the man.
We need to pay him.
He's gone,
He
done,
gone.
let's go.
We got a motion, all in favor? Been opposed. Thank you. We'll give him a check and tell him thank you for a job well done.
Thank you.
A letter
We're gonna pay you. Yes, sir.
Paid with a letter.
in the payment tracking.
Thank you. First of all, let me say something to everybody here. Everybody human, okay? We're not gonna belittle anyone for no reason. The man resigned, he's gone, that's the bottom line. Let him be gone. Let a dog. Okay, let's move on. Personnel Committee, Dr. Chris O'Quine.
I do not have anything at this time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Finance Committee, Mr. Kyle Finley.
I'd like to make a motion to approve monthly invoices.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion? Question from the audience? Not in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Public Work and Equipment, Mr. Jason McCray.
I don't have anything, Mr. President.
Building Property, Mr. Des Johnson.
Mr. President.
Administrative matters.
Would you allow me to do it with the treasurer's report?
Yes, ma'am, please do.
Okay, I think someone may have mentioned, but on tomorrow, there will be, and I don't have it written down, but there will be a workshop tomorrow, the budget workshop. It begins at 4:00. That's with Falk and Winkler. Foley and Judell are working to have all of the necessary documents in place so that the rededication of the health unit millage can appear on the fall election ballot. That's in October, and this is not a new tax.
No, it's a rededication.
A public hearing on the energy franchise renewal will be held on April 21st at 5:30. Bank reconciliations for all funds are complete for the month of February, and Finance Chairman, Mr. Flanagan, did come in on Friday and look over all of those reconciliations for the month of February. An electronics recycling day hosted by Audubon Regional Library will take place at the library in Clinton on April 10th from 11 until 3, and at their Greensburg location on April, this must be a misprint, they have April 10th as well, from 11 to 3. So I'll get that information cleared. Well, they can't do it at both places, I guess, but they'll be here from 11 to 3 on April 10th for electronics.
What are they taking? Laptop? Computer?
Yes, and you can get a flyer if you need a flyer. We can get some copies of the flyers for you. Accepted items, computer hardware, computer accessories, laptops, telephones, telephone systems, security systems, cell phones, bag phones, cable boxes, players, Xbox, PlayStation, networking equipment, circuit boards, processors, LCD monitors only, telephone and computer cables, wire adapters, and printers. So I can get a copy to anyone. We can put it on our Facebook page too. If you're on Facebook, I'm sure you can look at the Audubon Regional Library's page. And we'll also post one outside for you. I believe that's all I have.
Okay. Homeless kid, Mr. Bueller's not his father having surgery, so let's keep him in prayer. Let's also pray for our colleague, Mr. Keith Mills. Okay. Public comment? Okay.
I'm sorry that I jumped in.
Well, no problem, you're good.
I got people asking about potholes, and, I'm saying, hey, we got a very fancy truck, we ought to be done with potholes.
We got a bunch of them.
We should be, but that truck is more of a summer truck, so most of the time when we operate, it's gonna have to be during the summertime. I talked to Mr. Mark at Covington Sales, they trying to come up with a solution to help alleviate the problem, but as fast as we get it fixed, by the time we get ready to use it, it then seizes back up, it doesn't want to spray, so at this point in time, we're using cold mix from Pat's, and we're using some cold mix from Bear Industries off the back of the truck, filling in the potholes. Yeah.
Yeah, cold.
Because it has so far to travel in the new truck, because it has to go all the way from the back all the way out to the front. And with it's taking so long to travel with the temperature, it's cooling before it actually comes out.
You know,
Had it in there way before the storm. Had it in there way before the storm. It's still,
Talking about a shop over there at this new yard, you got
it's been pulled in there ever since. Ever since. It's an old, the building is older than me, doesn't have any insulation, made out of wood and tin. It freezes. That one there is not, you're gonna have tack everywhere.
We either got, that thing's got to go to work, and we need to get rid of it and get it back to something that's working. public understand how we bought something and we're just not getting it done.
That's true.
I mean, I've been telling them, look, we ain't got more potholes in the parish, they fixed.
No, they
We got
not.
$300,000 machine.
We got 200,000 potholes too.
Yeah.
And as you fix one, another one pops up.
I'm telling you.
Have they reached out to the manufacturer?
Yes, sir.
Traditionally, they have engineers on staff
Yes,
that will
sir.
come out and troubleshoot stuff.
I'm waiting to hear back from them now.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I talked to those parishes, and that's the problem that they
Well, West Feliciana is having the same problem with
They
theirs.
had the same problem. Now, one I talked to, they took the snout off and they did something different to be able to use it.
The engineers ought to be able to come up with something.
Right.
Those people that engineered that ought to,
Right.
give money back or something.
We paid a-
Because Covington Sales is in Covington, Louisiana. It ain't in Clinton.
We paid a large price for that truck too. It should be working. I totally agree.
That's what we do.
Okay, public comment? State your name, please.
My name is Clovis Banks. I'm here trying to have my annual Harvest Fest ride. I've had a ride here before in the parish where Mr. Buck was living. And quite a few of y'all came, so y'all know how it turned out. I'm trying to have it at 9316 Beach Grove Road, that's up in Asbury. I would abide by all of the laws that I did because I had the ride before, a 3-day ride, and I had no problems. I mean, I had the security, I had the backing of the sheriff's department, and everything just went perfect. You know, I can't say everything will go perfect all the time, but I promise you the security will be fully enforced, no less than 8 officers. All vendors and agricultural sales will be offered to the vendors in the parish. Free vending to all agriculture vendors. Anybody that's selling fruit, well, I got to get in touch with these guys, but I'm just letting y'all know what it's going. Anybody that's selling anything dealing with agriculture, you won't be charged the thing to come in. All residents on the Beach Grove Road will be informed, and I will bring signed statements from, it's only like 4 houses on Beach Grove. I'll bring statements from the people saying that it's okay for me to have this event. There will be no 4-wheelers on our public highways, none whatsoever. The event will be over by 11 o'clock. The following day, all the trash on Beach Grove Road from the start to the end, I will pick it up personally. Well, I have people to pick it up. And I will donate to 2 different charities in Clinton. And this is my hometown.
All you need to really do, Ms. Banks, is go ahead and get this copy of the ordinance and go by the guidelines, do everything you're supposed to do.
Okay.
Everything will be all right.
Okay.
He has had rides before and everything went fine. He's been by all the rules and did everything that he was supposed to do.
Yeah, last year I threw a free event. About 700 people from Clinton came.
Just get all that.
I know everything that I have to do. Yes. Yes. And the only thing I'm asking, I know it's a 6-month delay, but I'm trying to do this in June. So if it was any way possible that I can take care of everything that I need to take care of and y'all vote for me to do it in June, I would appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
I want to say something, because I just don't want to be happy. So what the ordinance is going to talk about is a trail ride. And the trail ride is for the horses to ride. You're wanting to do an event, right?
Yes.
So, like you all just approved not long ago, an event for a nonprofit to have an event on someone's property that gave them permission to have it there. That may be the best way for Mr. Banks to do what he's wanting to do, because if he goes by the ordinance for a trail ride, it's gonna only be for him to ride the horse up and down the road, and when that's done, it's over. So, I mean, he can get with someone in the office, and whoever those nonprofits are that you're talking about donating to, they may want to get with you. That way, those donations or whatever can be for the nonprofit. That way,
I don't care who it's for. Y'all can donate it to the parish fire station, anywhere. Y'all can donate it to the public works, whatever y'all had that money for. No, I'm just saying, I understand. I'm not picking a person.
Do you have a, like a time limit that you're looking at?
On what?
It's done, like a date in mind?
June.
June, I think it may be good to get with our, or
Yeah.
Mr. Jeff Williams,
Mhm.
maybe myself, here in the office, just to see, you know, to find out that, because if you ask for a trail ride, I know that the sheriff's office, they're gonna say, you got approved for a trail ride, and it's from this time to this time to ride your horse.
I'm having a harvest stress ride. Yeah. Because, and the thing about that is, because I got the idea from you last year. I mean, the year that I wanted to do it, and I thought about it. And you said, well, hey, you need to be selling agriculture goods, not selling, but presenting agriculture goods at these properties. And I thought about, I said, well, okay, they have people up here selling watermelons. They have people doing everything. It's an advantage because a lot of people are coming. And I can't say, you know, it's a good thing. And it's not something I'm just trying to do for myself. I mean, it'll be done right. I promise you.
You still have to do the trail ride part with horses on the road, right? So he's gotta have two permissions, not just, he's gotta have what you're talking about, but then to put the horses on the road, isn't that a trail ride? Isn't that what the trail ride is about?
They're not getting on horses, right? Not getting on interstate highways, it's gonna be just on back roads.
Yeah, Beach Road Road, yeah. Mm-hmm. Just on Beach Road. Well, I didn't have the police jury, yeah, I had to get it from y'all, but I also had to go down, yeah. I do everything on that paperwork that I have to get done. Thank you.
Just to make sure you have everything.
Yes.
We won't mess you up. We want to
Yes.
make sure you have everything, and if you not get to the point, be like, oh, no, I
That
didn't.
day is up,
Okay.
and then, you know, say, you can't do this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Williams, is that okay with you?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
So move.
Second.
Aye.